Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I am the Gothic Rose, and you can find me live on TikTok every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you missed that, you can catch up on Spotify and YouTube and send me an email to welcome to the den podcast at gmail.com if you have a terrifying tale to share. Now let's get into the Daily Dive in 5 and see what fresh hell awaits us for today. December 13th, 2024. Yes, it is Friday the 13th, my favorite day of the year. So let's see what frightening things have taken place. Well, let's first start with the very interesting fact that tech giants like Amazon, Meta, and OpenAI have each donated $1 million to President-elect Donald Trump's inaugural fund. And we know that Mark Zuckerberg has met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. We know that Jeff Bezos has congratulated Donald Trump in a tweet or a Blue Sky or an X or whatever it is on winning the presidency, and that he owns the Washington Post that never backed a candidate. So here we are watching the Billionaire Boys Club take over America. Meanwhile, Trump has acknowledged that reducing grocery prices will be very challenging despite all of his campaign promises. And he even said in his interview, I said groceries, groceries, groceries. And then everyone started talking about groceries. Yeah, they're not going to go down. They probably were not going to go down. And of course, Walmart's CEO is predicting, letting us know really, that grocery prices will continue to rise in 2025, but you would think that the very brand new Department of Government Efficiency, or DOG, or DOG, or Dodge, or Doge, whatever, just whatever with that, led by, of course, billionaire Elon Musk, who's worth like 400 billion now, and Vivek Ramaswamy, and it aims to cut $2 trillion from the federal budget, but somehow that includes reducing taxes for billionaires from 21% to 15% while proposing cuts to programs that benefit the average American, like Social Security disability, any kind of affordable health care, and probably SNAP and HEAP and WIC and all of the things that help the average American get by and live. Because, of course, Elon Musk, a billionaire, is telling poor people to tighten their belts and how to spend their money. He's also, Elon Musk, currently in a standoff with the SEC over his purchase of Twitter. The SEC has issued a settlement demand letter, and Musk has until Monday to respond, but he did respond on his Twitter X, whatever that is. Oh, Gary, how could you do this to me? And this is in reference to the SEC chair, Gary Gensler. And the post included an emoji face on the brink of tears and a copy of the letter Musk's attorney, Alex Spiro, had written to the agency's boss. I mean, this man just believes that he owns the world, and now he is in charge of a brand new department in the government, which is not really a way to save money. Also, there are concerns growing over Neuralink's safety, and there's issues with that. So, of course, Elon Musk helped Trump any way he could, and he's said this several times, and his son has said this several times, that they just want to quietly do whatever they want, and putting chips in people's brain seems to be one of those things. Well, speaking of technology, the mystery drones over New Jersey are continuing to alarm residents and lawmakers. So the Pentagon has finally addressed this, and Senator Cory Booker, Democrat of New Jersey, criticized the government for its opacity, suggesting it fuels fear and misinformation, in contrast to Representative Jeff Van Drew, Republican of New Jersey, stoking controversy by alleging on Fox News that Iran is orchestrating the drone activity, saying, quote, Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. The CIA has, and everything, Homeland Security, the Pentagon, they have denied these claims. But it is very interesting because it is said by some residents that these mystery drones are changing the times on some clocks. Now, this comes from the Mirror US. So, locals in New Jersey fear that they are being targeted by these UFOs, and they are saying that the time on the clocks are being changed. Now, Governor Phil Murphy says that it doesn't appear to pose any public safety threat. But amid this FBI probe, people claim that their car clocks have been changing. Software engineer Rich Dunjewski, who works in radio communications, says that the alteration in the high car's clock could be due to the drones. He said many newer cars get their clock times from GPS satellites, since that's the most accurate time signals you're going to get in a vehicle. That is interesting, and that makes some sense. And then finally, Nancy Pelosi has been hospitalized in Luxembourg after sustaining an injury. She fell on an official trip, and she is currently receiving treatment and is expected to return home soon. Now, I've got a lot more information coming up on Luigi Mangione, tons of stuff to put together, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me in the den. I will see you on the next episode of the Dark Entertainment Network, and this is the Gothic Rose signing off.